I always found the texture of honey appealing, right? I used to have honey on my plate and I used to just finger it a little bit. And so one day I thought to myself, like, yo, how would this feel if I used it as lube or as like a little pocket, right? So I took a jar of honey. One, two, three. And I kept going for around about 10 minutes, which is my average time. And by that point, it had like encompassed my urethra. It had formed a sarcophagus around my tip. So when I came, nothing actually came out. It was all in the shaft region. And so I started panicking. I was like, pressure's building up. This is bad. It's going above maximum capacity. It's gonna, it's gonna explode in a bad way. So I had to rush into the shower and then wash that shit off. And then I never did it again because it like literally traumatized me. So now I still eat honey every day. Basically, honey is very good for you, but don't use it on your private parts. It's not good. Also, I think you should admit that you are wrong. Not enough people admit that they are wrong. You know, you see all these people arguing online, um, and they never admit that they're wrong. People are scared to admit that they're wrong. They think it's um, insulting. They lose their pride. They lose their ego. When I think that's stupid because the whole point of arguing is to prove that your point is valid. If your point is proven invalid and you keep defending it, that's a sign that one, you're a fucking idiot, and two, you have too much of an ego and are stubborn and are general bad qualities about you. Like me, I was wrong a lot of the times. Back when I was like 14, 15, I used to fucking despise furries and I thought trans people were weird. And nowadays a lot of my friends are trans. I'm friends with like so many queer people. And I just think they're more fun because they care less about um outward opinions, right? So, I admit that I was wrong. Why would a personal decision that someone makes that only affects them matter to me at all? Why would that matter to anyone? And I keep wondering that, and I keep wondering why, especially older people, they're so fixated in how they think you can never prove them wrong. Have you ever argued with an older person? They never change their mind, literally never. Arguing with an old person is like slamming your cock into a spiked wall several times over and over again to try and make it into like a garlic paste, right? And then eating it by yourself. That's what arguing with an old person feels like. And so it's not productive. It doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get them anywhere. It doesn't do anything for society to be bettered. But yeah, I think if you, yes, you watching this right now, can admit that you're wrong, more often times than not, you'll find that it will actually benefit you and you'll be um happier and more content. Anyways, still haven't used this deluxe can of cherry tomatoes. Still sitting here by my side. I will not be fucking it. I will not be fucking tomatoes. I think it's too acidic. And again, same problem with the urethra. It can cause clogging and various other issues. Also, chance of infection, right? Have you seen the story where this girl used mayonnaise as lube before sex, and then she got all the bunch of maggots crawling inside her, and then she wondered why do I keep having orgasms? And so she was one with nature, like the maggots were like tickling her clitoris, right? I think that's enough out of my mouth. Have a good day.